Boom, you are live. Greetings, Stevie. Another
Greetings,
pleasure.
greetings.
I'm very, very delighted to have you here. It's a long term relationship we have also together, and I think it's something we should really cherish. And that's why I wanted to have you here to, you're in California, I'm in Quebec, near Montreal. It's kind
Yes,
of a
sir.
long way. So
Yeah.
if I can have you on the screen, way to go. And you have done so much greatness, not for me, for the world. Like I'm the
Oh, yeah.
guy behind it, maybe, but it's for the world we do this. We do this to for upliftment and progress of humanity, the music. It's not because we're looking for some kind of reward along the way. It's the me, I am in that kind of spirit that if you do good, like you say in one of your songs, you do good, good will come. But it might not
Oh,
be also
yes.
on your timing, right?
Oh, yes, man. That's my philosophy in life because my concept of life is if you plant a seed, you're not gonna just put the seed in the earth and get fruits off it the same day. So you have to put your seed in the ground, wait for it to grow. It's gonna germinate, put out a sprout. The sprout is gonna turn into a plant. The plant is still not ready to put out fruit until the time is right. So, yeah, if you don't live that concept in life, then you are gonna like prematurely ruin relationship with people because you don't give it time to
Yeah.
blossom and grow into something that you can reap the reward of. You know what I'm
And
saying?
if you want to grow things, you need the light, right? You
Yes.
need light and you need
Oh,
love.
yes. You need light, you need dark, you need love, you need patience,
Oh,
and
you
you need,
need dark too. That's true. Plants
yeah,
go into, yeah.
yeah. But it's the balance of all these things. Did you realize that a day is a small version of a year, of a full year?
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, the morning is spring. Everybody rise up in the morning.
Yeah.
The middle of the day is summer because it's the most hot part. You know, the
That's true.
evening is fall and the night is winter. So one day,
Wow.
yeah, a
I've
day.
never thought of it like that. You see, you come each one teach one, man. All the time I say
Yeah,
that.
and
And
because
now
we
you
are looking at a full year like it's a year, but a day
wow.
is a smaller version of a year. It's
Yeah.
morning, afternoon, evening, and night. That's the four seasons. You know.
Wow. Powerful. I've never
So
really thought of it that the day was
yeah,
the shortest version
yeah.
of a
So
year.
every day is a replica of a year, if you look at it like that. So each day is a representation of a year. So you wake up in the morning, that you spring up, you're ready to go. In the middle of the day, it's summer, you can relax. Even in the winter time, in the middle of the
Yeah.
day, it's a little bit warmer than it is in the
Yeah.
morning. And then the evening, everything is getting ready to go to sleep. And then in the winter, everything sleeps. You know, so
And
that's
right now
that's the
here it's a
night.
snowstorm. We're having a big snowstorm right now. It's like 40 centimeter of snow outside. So it
Oh my
feels
goodness!
pretty much the
Like
same
you're
all
in
the
the
time
desert
now.
still.
But also, I want to hear you, Stevie. It's very important. I think that we share our feelings, our emotion here, and what we our experience, especially because also what's beautiful is we're the same age. I don't like to use age as a reference
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
it's what it is after all. In which calendar we're talking about, and this and
Exactly.
that, like
Yeah.
but we are at the same point in life. So
Oh yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah.
I think we are also very, like you said, a flower doesn't bloom the first day. So do you find that you feel different today at 51, 52? You are, I think, and different than when you were like 20 years old towards the music? Do you feel like you are giving out more truth of yourself into the music now? That because I feel that from you, like I feel like you're really really strong in this time right now.
Yes, and that is what experience bring out in everyone. You know, everyone. The older you get, the more you experience, and then the more you can express your
Yeah.
experience. and then pass the knowledge on to the next generation that's coming. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see, as a dancehall artist, I'm not really a dancehall artist per se, because a lot of people don't get the concept. Reggae music is a music that have subgenres in it. So a lot of people may get offended when they hear like dancehall artists do their craft, but dancehall is just a baby version of reggae. Now,
Yeah,
what dancehall focus on, it's more like what's happening, the trend, the now. You know, you go out in the, if you notice the dancehall people, they're talking about the latest fashion, the latest clothes that's going on. Then you have roots. Roots is what Bob Marley would do. You know, we're all about looking at the real situation, like he said, in life, and let people aware of that. You need to notice what's going on around you. Be sharp. Don't get involved in politics, but be aware that it exists and what it's doing to you
exactly.
and your life. So that's what roots music does. Then you have lovers rock. That's all about love and romance, and you know, like Gregory Isaac, he would be more like a lovers rock. Dennis Brown. Gregory Isaac is also a revolutionary too. He's not just one thing. But they call him the cool ruler because he's more singing about love and night nurse and all these things. Then now you have the roots dancehall that Capitan and Sizzler would do. They're
Yeah,
all about teaching you about Rastafari and the roots, and you know. So I noticed that now, the fact that I want to elaborate on the point that you're saying, you notice how more mature I am. Those are the things that I gather along the way by growing into the music. So the older you get, you start seeing the different genres and what it distribute to people. So now I can pick and choose what I want to do because of my age and how long I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So if you notice, I have a little bit of fun in there. But I am not fully submerged into one aspect of it. Like Vibe Cartels, they would be more like a dancehall artist who just focus on what's going on and teaching people to whine and enjoy themselves and have fun. I can put a little bit of fun in there, but make it more wholesome, that a kid can come to my show and I don't have to censor anything that I say because of the fact that I experience, and then I can know. It's just like driving down the road and there's traffic. You're not gonna change who you are, but you know how to swerve and get out of danger and get to your destination.
exactly.
You understand, by just knowing how to drive because you experience being on the road. You know what I'm saying? So being at the age that I am, doing it the way I do it, I gather a lot of points along the way so I can, steer through the traffic and carve my own lane.
Now, the roots, you were talking about roots reggae. That's what I prefer because I think there's a reason why I like roots reggae is it's natural. It's more a
Exactly.
natural rhythm. And when you talk about roots, roots are where? Under a tree, in the dirt, not in nature.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that's powerful. So the roots is more the roots reggae music is more a natural rhythm too, match your heartbeat. The reggae. I think that's why I always really loved reggae to the core. It's because of the
Exactly.
ching ching. It's like a
Yeah.
heartbeat. So it's like a heartbeat. So it's
Right.
very natural, and hence why I focus on roots reggae more than dancehall and all the other genres, like you said. And as
Yeah.
I get older, that stuff doesn't impress me so much. But a good roots song, well done, well mastered, and stuff, man, it's amazing. It can bring also. It's more natural for human to rise up, right? We're not supposed to be on a
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
downfall or perish in darkness. So we're supposed to rise in love. So roots reggae will allow you also to. It got to me. I wouldn't be here without Bob Marley. I would not
That's
be here.
that's my
Impossible.
hero. That's my
So
hero, bro.
just that is. So it has great potential. That's what I would like you to extrapolate on that, the potential of the roots reggae to really get. Also, not only that, with music, you have the potential to get to people. Not everyone will
Exactly.
listen to this today, to this podcast that we're having together. Not
Exactly.
everyone, but there's a lot of people that will listen to your music. That's the thing. So music has such a huge potential, I think. That's why I'm
And
pushing the vibe so much.
to add to what you're saying, my friend, I am gonna lobby for Jamaica music fraternity to pay attention to making sure we separate the genre. Because what happened is we call everything reggae. And people like you are noticing now that the genre is so established that you, as a real, authentic reggae fan, starting to get offended when you
Yeah,
hear something call itself reggae and it's not representing the genre that you like. So everybody, like, if anything, even people who do pop, once they put like cheng, 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 oh, that's a reggae song.
yeah,
No, we need to start separate the genre because I would not say Bob Marley and Vibe Cartels is the same kind of artist.
no,
So why we call everything reggae? So dancehall need to be dancehall. It's a
yeah,
genre by itself. Roots by itself. Ska by itself. Because what happened is America is great for that. What they do, they separate the genre. So R&B is different from soul. You have a different radio station that play rock. You have a different radio station
yeah,
that play hip hop. You have a different. So when I came to America now, that's when I realized, like, wow, these people is good at giving the audience the music to what they like instead of
yes,
just rap everything. Imagine if everything from America was called R&B. Hip hop was R&B. Classic rock was R&B. Even in rock music, they have different rock. They have pop rock, they have classic rock, and it's
yeah,
rock. You have rock and roll, which is a different thing. You don't go to a classic radio station and hear rock and roll. Rock and roll would be things like what Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis would do,
yeah,
and the Beatles and all those things. But if you go to and you have classic rock, that would be like what Aerosmith and U2 and all those people would do. So they are good at segregating it, even though it's the one music. But you have people who would not listen to Chuck Berry, who is a Aerosmith fan and a Kiss fan, so they can go to that station and hear that. And when they're distributing award, they don't put all these people together and say, "Oh yeah, it's rock." No, they said no. This is classic rock. This is country. So they award the people according to the genre that they do. That's what reggae need. We need to know that Dennis Brown and Gregory Isaac would be considered the same thing and don't say, oh, we're going to give out a reggae award. Vibe Cartels, Third World, Coffee, and everybody is nominating for the same thing. No, you should have a dancehall segment. You should have a roots reggae segment, a ska segment, so that the people get, and that is why the music is so confusing now because everybody is getting awarded for the same
yeah,
music, which is extremely different. You can't award Shaggy and Bob Marley and put the two things in the same thing. Shaggy sing about sex and love, and Bob Marley sing about roots and reality. It's two different music. So that's what is causing this reggae conflict because you will go to a show thinking that everything is good and it's reggae and it's supposed to be wholesome. And have Shaggy on stage with girls half naked dancing. And you get offended because you have your kids there. You're like, this is not what reggae is all about.
yeah.
So his stuff
No,
is
reggae
dance.
should really be about. Yeah,
Right.
Should be
So you're
really
supposed to
about
have roots
upliftment, like you said.
reggae. So when you're selling a roots package, you know that when you go there, it's all about reality and life and how to navigate through life. Not a bunch of girls, dancing and no, that's a whole different. You call that dancehall because that's what dancehall is all about. Dancehall is all about telling you what's happening in the street. It's just dancehall and rap is basically the same because rap is all about telling you what we see on the street every day. People hustling, selling what they sell to
Yeah.
make a living. And then you will have like people like Dead Prez who's telling you turn off the radio, turn off that bullshit. I wouldn't say Dead Prez and Lil Wayne is the same. They're two different people, have two different subjects and two different topics that they focus on. So that's why we are a little confused about what reggae is because they put everything in one package and call it reggae. And there are people who just get attracted and drawn to a certain kind that if they show up at a show and it's not saying that, they're a little bit confused. Like, oh, I thought I was going to a reggae show. Why is this guy talking about sex and violence?
And maybe it's by design also. Maybe it's by design. When I'm thinking what you're saying make me think that maybe the whole thing is to dilute the roots reggae. So because that's the music that will uplift you and really get you to your get to
Right,
your heart and really uplift you. So maybe help you move out of your dark age and your negativity and stuff. So to bring all these genres all together and call it reggae, it's kind of
right.
a
It's
bit a
confusing.
disgrace also to the roots reggae music that is there really for one purpose, and I think it's
Exactly.
upliftment of humanity.
Yeah. So we have to lobby as people who been in there, just like we started this conversation and being a little bit older and experienced.
Yeah,
We are the one who need to bring this topic to the table and be like, hey, it's time for us to start separate the music by genre so that people can know what they're buying. You know what I'm saying? If you're into dancehall, that's your thing. Here is dancehall. If you're into roots, this is roots. If you're into ska, this is ska. Because if you even by listening to the music, you can hear the difference within the beat, even.
yeah,
Because reggae music is more one drop and the roots is more one drop and
yeah,
dancehall have this polyrhythm where it's like boom boom and it's different, man. You dance to it different, you listen to it different, and it affects you different. When you listen to dancehall, you're all about, yeah, I want to dress up and look nice and be out there and attract girls and show people how successful I am. Just like rap. Rap music is all about, no, I would say rap is about rapping. I would put rap into the conscious. But hip hop is
yeah,
different because hip hop, back in the day, they are the one that smashed everything and call it that. Back in the day, when in the 70s when we were growing up, it wasn't called hip hop, it was called rap. And
yeah,
rap is all about engaging you in thought provoking things that make you think. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If you listen to the old school rap, they're all about telling you things that make you aware, like, hey, wake up. Look, the system is rigged and it's screwed up, and we need to. This
yeah.
is a message for you to look around you and see what's going on. Hip hop now is all about, hey, look how rich I am. I have a car that when it stops, the rim spins, and look at my chain and how much money I make. I'm a billionaire, man.
And it's so meaningless in the end. It doesn't bring happiness, all that stuff. Really, Stevie, I'm sure you can testify of that. What have brought real, true, sustainable happiness to my heart is connecting with others. It's
It's
connecting with
true.
you, connecting. That, man, fill my heart. When you send me a freaking song, man, often I get tears in my eyes for sure
Yeah,
because I'm.
bro.
It's so emotional, it's so big for me, and it's beyond us, beyond the two of us. Like
It's
we're
true,
doing
man.
this. Yes, we give each other strength, definitely in the process, but it's much bigger. And the feeling that you get, that's what I want to share with people. The feeling that you get from coming out in the light and connecting with others, There's no fucking better feeling than that in life. I'm telling you, it's so potent. It's divine. It's bliss. It's everything together. Like I've never felt so good. Like just being out and acting from the heart. And like I say, we don't think of it. I don't. Do you think I really think of everything I'm doing here? No, I just do it. Do you agree with me? Is that
Oh
your
yes,
philosophy? Like when you get like you don't think that this song will get to 1 million plays and wake up all kinds of no, you just do it because it's the right thing to do.
exactly.
So
And
extrapolate a bit on this.
I'm a student of Bob Marley. A lot of people don't really know because they're not like from Jamaica, but they love the music and they feel it from their heart
Yeah,
because of the way Bob Marley sing. We as Jamaican, maybe my generation is the last because I would be like Bob Marley's son. You know, I'm like in that in his age group. So we are the last generation, Bob Marley's son's generation, that have parents
yeah,
that explain things the way Bob Marley grew up hearing it. So a lot of things that Bob Marley sing is not really he came up with all of that. Those are the way that's the way that the older folks talk to us. Like our parents when they're scolding us. 'Cause I was raised by my grandma. So I got the Bob Marley upbringing
yeah,
because I skip a generation by being how like Bob Marley said, craving I got choke puppy in his song. That's not his original line, but he was wise enough to sing it because when you sing stuff, people absorb it more than if you say it
yes,
because you put music to the words. So most of the things that Bob Marley sing are just metaphors from his parents. Like my grandma, she will not tell
yeah,
me, oh, if you do this, you're gonna get a spanking. She will be like, oh, what sweet you is gonna sour you later. So it make you think, you know? So you only learn these things by
oh
reaping the reward of not listening. So what that mean? Oh, you're laughing now because you think what I'm saying is a joke. Misbehave and then I will spank you. And then you gonna learn now. Next time you hear them say that, you're like, oh, shoot. That mean I'm gonna get a spanking if I do that.
exact. You
So
know
I
what's
was
coming.
raised, yeah, I was raised on metaphors. So that's why I'm such a student of Bob Marley's music because what he sings is things that I know by being raised by my grandma. And that is the way Jamaican people, like Bob Marley say, what sweet nanny goat a go run in belly. It's the same thing, like what I just explained. Oh, you're happy now, but wait until it's time for to be disciplined for your behavior.
Yeah,
That's what that
discipline
means.
is something a
Right,
lot of us lack. Discipline, also, I'm glad you talk about it because that's what it takes if you want to reach to another level. Like when you do those dub plate and stuff, man, you gotta get into your elements and be disciplined to
right.
follow through your text. Also, like you must have a notepad or something. You write your ideas, and anyway, sometimes you come up with stuff like the last one you did, the TruMon dance. It's a very very good one because right away when I heard it, I'm like, yeah, everyone missed the biggest dance of all, the dance of the divine, the
Oh
dance of
man.
life, and stuff. So, and I was talking about that recently on one of my podcasts about not missing the dance of life, and we all miss it. So when you say, "Oh, no chance on the Truman dance," I was like, "Wow, wow, that's so freaking true," and that's what I enjoy a lot about your music is you really seem to synchronize also with what I'm talking about often. So it's really magical. Like it's not because we have something scripted. We almost like we talk to each other on Messenger here and there
Yeah, yeah,
by
yeah.
email. You send me email. Here you go, bro, with the plate. I'm like, shit. Okay. Like so it's really a soul connection and I can feel that a lot with you and many others but with you it's something yeah very deep and I
It's because the thing is, it's just like I always say, to be a steward, astute to life lessons. The worst thing in life with generation that pass and did not get to convey their message and teach it to the younger generation is kind of like very, very sad. A lot of people die and never get their word out. You know what I'm saying? And it was necessary because these children nowadays, bro, they are so reward driven that
yeah,
messages don't get received by them because of how impatient they are to absorb any knowledge. Everybody wants everything now. Now. This device that we're talking on the way how it unfolding is great because look, we can communicate, but that makes everybody have no patience at all. Everybody just want everything now.
yeah, instant gratification. I think a lot of people are after that.
Exactly. So the easiest, all right, a lot of people think that being bad, everybody like being the tough guy and the guy who will punch your lights out and yeah, they think that that is the toughest thing. You know what the toughest thing is, bro? Doing the right thing.
Yeah,
Do, doing the right thing is so hard because, all right, dig this. Driving your car without any paperwork or having all the paperwork to drive your car. What is easier? Just jump in the car, start it, and drive it.
yeah,
But to have all the paperwork, you have to go to the DMV and you have to go to get all the license and the insurance and make sure that all those bills are paid. A guy would be like, oh, I don't care. I'm a tough guy. I can just drive my car. But paying for all those things and making sure that everything is right is the hardest thing to do. The easiest thing to do is just jump in the car and drive it.
yeah,
So a lot of people give reward to people who's tough. Oh, that guy is so tough. No, he's a pussy. He's soft because he can't stand up to his responsibility. Anytime you see anybody who are tough and go to gym and get their muscle pumped up, it's because they're weak. How long you think you can be that strong for?
it's exactly what I told my son today. He was talking about that going to the gym and stuff. I said, "Listen, you want to have my
No.
opinion? A lot of people torn muscle. Yeah, they go to the gym, they
Ah,
train
there
tear
you go.
muscle and stuff, but they forget to work the biggest muscle of all, which is your brain. Like,
Exactly. And being all about being on top of your stuff that can last forever,
yeah,
even after you're gone. You can leave your legacy behind to your children and your grandchildren if you do the right thing.
yes,
Your muscle only lasts until you're above our age, like 50, 60. You can't lift no weight anymore. So how is that strength? That's not strength.
yeah,
That's
exact,
ego. That's ego right there.
yeah,
Because you cannot sustain that afterlife. Look at how strong those football players are. And all it takes for them to be out of the game is just tear an Achilles. And you're done. Your strength is gone. The only thing they live off is what they achieved while their strength was good.
and
You know what
often
I'm
too
saying?
they lose the brain. They have lots of concussion and stuff, and they get
Exactly.
hurt, and so you even lose the strength there as you get older.
Yes. So our main objective in life is to be mentally strong, not
Yeah,
physical. Because physical strength is not sustainable. You can be physically strong for as long as you can, but the older you get, naturally going to not be able to do certain things you could do when you're much younger. But what lasts? All the things that you do that people remember you for. Look how long Bob Marley gone. Bob Marley gone almost half a century, And look, Bob Marley was not physically strong guy.
And I
Guess what?
think
But guess what Bob Marley said? Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
it's good what you said about Bob Marley, that he's gone but not forgotten, but also like still alive. Like and
Yes,
like my mother-in-law died, but to me she's still alive. She's alive in my heart. I carry her every
exactly.
day. Same thing with Bob Marley. Same thing with everyone that's gone but not forgotten. And I think I get that a lot about Haile Selassie too lately.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Yes.
he's been spreading a lot of good knowledge and stuff. So why would he be dead? Like when Bob was saying Jah live, children, yeah, Jah live, it's because they live inside of us, and we all have this divine uh, thing within us. If you don't find the divine within, where are you gonna find it? So it's to bring all that good essence up. Also, that's why when you say in the Avocado song, drink less alcohol and stuff, that's
Oh
exactly what
yes.
alcohol will do. It will suppress your divine stance, because you're supposed to rise. You're not supposed to be on a downfall here. What is that? So
It's
when
true.
I see people rise like you or others to towards the light, like I don't know too much what I'm doing here, but I know I'm doing the right thing. I'm for truth and reality and
Yes.
connection and love and light. So I think it's the right thing. So now I go on with this each and every day, like you, and try to find my way.
And the reason why we don't get a large following is because a seed that plant does not deliver fruit until its due season.
Yeah.
Now, what caused people like us, I'm talking myself because I do sometimes to not reap the fruit of the labor is because we run out of patience and never nurture the plant until it's time to harvest. Everybody who is doing things, you will do things and you'll gradually gain traction, but because you're not seeing the result that fast, guess what we do? We lose patience and be like, yeah, this thing is not happening, and you just stop.
We should
And
all be
then,
like a bamboo tree.
exactly. So we have to make sure that, like you doing this, just never stop doing it. People will find it because you know why? This generation that is in their prime right now, over time, they're gonna mature and they're gonna start looking for stuff of
Yeah.
substance.
Yeah.
And if you have that, no matter if you're doing your show for 30 years, you will start finding people start coming towards it because the real situation of life is gonna be sorted for. So we as people, as light workers, cannot give up because we're not gaining instant gratification. You have to just keep doing what you do. Bob Marley, everybody love Bob Marley, but Bob Marley was doing what he's doing for 15 years before he got recognition.
Yeah.
Suppose he
Exactly.
was like, man, this is not working, man, I'm gonna just stop. Nobody would never know who he was. 15 years, man, that's a long time.
That's a long time to just grind and grind and grind
Yeah,
without.
and just do and
Yeah.
never give up and get rejected and turned out and chased out of studios. They went through all of that. They go to studio and be like, yo, get out of here. What do you think you're doing? You're not even ready yet. Oh,
And
shoot, I have to go back and practice and get, and
would
get
you
better.
agree? But I'm sure you agree because you said it in one of your songs that you gave me, the song setup you did. And you said in that song, I've never had so much fun doing this. And you told me in an email too, said, bro, I've rarely had so much fun doing that song. So how important is it also for you to not enjoy the
Yes,
process
sir.
and have
Yes, sir.
fun doing it?
Yeah,
I have fun doing this,
yeah. That's
and
how it
real
is.
fun, real fun, not
Yeah.
some fleeting stuff that's gonna come and go. And I have fun because I go do a trip at Costco. It's not that. No, it's far beyond that. So how is it important for you to really enjoy the process and have fun with what you do? I think it is.
And that's where the reward comes. Because what happened is, if you full joy what you do, people will feel and hear it
Yeah.
in the delivery. You know? Because joy is contagious, man. You know what I'm saying? And people can tell when you do something in joy. You know what I'm saying? Because your voice have resonant tone to express and convey these emotions. If a person is angry, you can hear them by the way they're talking.
Yes.
And if they're happy, you can hear it by the way they speak. So it's just a natural thing. Like, if you're happy doing something, people can tell. They're like, oh my gosh, you sound so happy. And if
Oh
you're
no, in
angry,
your song, you sound so genuine all the time. It's,
yeah, because that's the place and the state of mind you're in when you're doing it. If you're sad, people know it. You people, all right. For example, if somebody walk in and be like, you say, "How you doing?" I like, yeah, I'm just going with it. You know that that person is not feeling. But if you said,
that
"Hey,
person
oh,
does
I'm
well.
having a wonderful day, bro. I went out in the street and you're like, wow, you sound happy."
It's like if you ask me, how are you? I'm not just going to say, oh, I'm good, I'm good. No, I'm better than good, better than most, and sometimes even better than
Ex-
that. Like, it's potent. It's life. Look, we're alive, and we
exactly.
can be gone anytime. So why sit and do nothing? Like, and distraction is a big part of why people are doing nothing with their life too. They're distracted, and there's a whole bunch of distraction out there. How do you approach distraction? Do you tend to starve your distraction or balance your distraction?
That's the word, balance. Because life is gonna throw everything at you. Now, being upset is a natural thing. You can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna be upbeat and positive every day of my life." No, it's not realistic. The problem is, how long do you stay in that mood? Can you be upset and then shake it off and be like, "Oh, that's just a bump in the road"? Or are you gonna dwell on it until it eats you out from the inside
Yeah.
out? You know what I'm saying? So the best way to live the happiest life of your life is to shed negative energy as fast as it comes. It's okay to get angry and upset because people need to know that they don't need to deal with you in that way. So you'll be like, "Hey, I don't like that." But if you're like, "Oh," and carry that vibe all day long, then not only you're gonna feel upset and hurt, you're gonna pass that energy off to other people too who's
Yeah.
never had nothing to do with you being upset in the first place. So you need to shake that off as fast as it comes. You get upset, and you be like, "All right, cool." You find the best way you can shed that energy. I'm not telling you to be like me because you can't be like me. I
And
can shed a bad energy in 5 seconds. I'm just angry, and then 15 minutes later, you see me, I'm way back up as if it never happened. But
as Mr.
not
Friendly,
everybody, yeah, not everybody is like that. So the best way to go about that is find the best way you can deal with that, and just try to get that shed that negative energy off as fast as it comes. Like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get over it." But some people are not like me, or you, who can just be in a negative mood and just shed it off quick. Some people need time, space, because
yeah,
that's what make the world beautiful. Everybody have their own. That's the one thing that God did that was perfect. He gave everyone a vibes, a feelings, and their own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So that make the world colorful and beautiful. Because the angry person need to be angry to let other people know that, hey, what you're doing is not right. And the peaceful person needs to be peaceful to make the angry person know that, hey man, you can't be angry all the time. You know what I'm saying? Calm down. You know?
Yeah. And I think, like you said, the power of coming together is extremely enjoyable, also. Like, that's what life is all about. We're not meant to be like secluded in a room and not reach out to the world. So, reaching out to others and accomplishing things in team as a teamwork, like what we do, like you voice the stuff, I get the rhythms, all the stuff, like it's all teamwork, but it creates a freaking nice magic at the end, and a divine man, not black magic. We're not into bad magician and stuff like that.
Oh man.
We're into spreading good vibes. So when we
Yes.
join forces together on a soul, super soul level, like you say, it's the rewards are in emotion and
Extremely.
feeling. It's the feeling you get. Also, me, it's all about feelings. Because at the end of the day, it's how I felt today will determine my productivity. If I feel up and in with life, and like since early today, I haven't stopped in those blues reggae rhythm I told you I found, and it's
Oh
freaking
wow, I can't
amazing.
wait to hear
So
that.
I've been downloading rhythms and splicing and cutting and preparing that for you guys. But because I'm in that state of mind of like almost zero distraction, just on music and TruMon show and stuff.
Yeah.
And when you get to that point where you're able to focus and put your at because at the end of the day, that's what we can control: focus, attention, and emotion. You
Yeah.
can control this. So where do you put your attention is important, don't you agree?
Oh yes, 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 yes. Because your
Stevie,
attention being
you're
in
there.
the place of progress will bring progress. Even if you don't even know where your reward is gonna come from. The fact that you're putting that energy out is gonna attract the people, even if you don't even know them. Because the energy, like Bob Marley said it again, the natural
Yeah.
mystic blowing in the air. So if you're putting out that frequency, the people out there that tune into that frequency is gonna pick up on it. You're gonna find things happen that you never expected. You're like, I wonder how did they know that I was on that vibe? Because you're transmitting a frequency that only people that is on the same freak. It's just like the radio.
Stevie, honestly, là, and I told you before, là, yeah, like I told you before, là, it's everything we do here, là, my field is dream. Like, are you getting me? Are you frozen?
Yeah, seems so.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here now. Yeah, yeah. I hear you now.
You a bit frozen or
Yeah, it seems like it's
okay? Okay,
frozen a bit. It's
uh,
frozen a little bit.
hold on. Well, we're getting there. We're there. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
You
now.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Good. Oh,
Yeah,
we move closer to the house. Okay, that's
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
why the
yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Uh, what I was
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, you were saying
Forgot.
that the
Forgot where I was.
yeah, the things that we do is uplifting because we have a certain frequency that people tap into. You know?
Yeah, frequency,
Yeah.
frequency. That's what I was talking. I was gonna go into this, the frequency, and we are in a time where we have internet, to connect with each other. Back in the 80s, I would have never been able to do that with you. There was no internet or nothing. Like, we're born in the 70s, both of
Oh
us,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
in our youth, there was no internet. I was going around with a yellow Walkman Sony in
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
pocket, and like with tape
With
cassettes and
cassette,
stuff. That's
yeah,
very,
yeah.
that's ancient today. Lah. So today we have a possibility to really find our family frequency with internet and connect with people on the same frequency, and that is so wonderful and beautiful, and that's what I experience a lot. It's all about reaching, first of all, a higher frequency within yourself. Definitely, you need to up that frequency if you want to reach like light attract light. Like I knew
Yes.
I had to get out into the light if I wanted to attract light beings to me.
Yes,
You're one of
sir.
them for sure. You're in the light. You're not in the dark. So you're in the light. So, but that is a topic that you say in one of your songs. Oh, that is a touchy topic. Can talk about it, but light is a touchy topic also
Yes.
because you can talk about good vibes about, but the moment you say you're a light being, oh, now, whoa, now, it's a total different story. People will try to bring you in the dark with them because that's where they are. But when you say you are on love and light, whoops, that is a touchy topic, right?
Oh, yes, man. Because what happened is light expose people to the truth, and truth is very hard to face. Do you know why truth is hard to face? It
I
means you
know.
have to
I've
be.
been through it. I know.
When somebody said, I'm going to tell you the truth, it means that there is something wrong that you're going to have to work on. And people does not like to work. You
True,
understand?
true.
Everybody just, so that's why people prefer dark, because they can just be incognito and nobody can see you. So it means you can relax. There's nothing to worry about. But as soon as the light touch you, for example, if your kid is in his room and you say, tidy up your room, and you peek in and the lights off, you're gonna be like, you tidy your room, and it's like, yeah. But if you flip the switch on, you're like, so why are all these things are on the floor? So that's why people are not too welcome into light, because it exposes all the things that they need to work on.
Yeah,
And working on stuff, you have to be in that place where you said, I have to work on these things.
I have enough.
Yeah,
No,
you have to be,
yeah.
So that's the reason why exposing people to the light is very, very touchy, because a lot of people, yeah, they are not, some people are not ready to work on some stuff. Some people think what they're doing is quite fine and they don't need to work on anything.
And honestly, I'm
Yeah,
fine with that also. I'm fine
yeah,
with that. Today, I don't try to push it on anyone or anything. I'm just
exactly.
doing my thing. If they pick up the light, they pick it up. If they don't,
Yeah,
they don't. It's on them anyway. Me, I'm into the light.
that's,
So, and I embrace light and love. So
yes.
now that's it. It's up to you to figure it out.
And then and that's the way you should be. You know, let your light be an example
Yeah.
to the people if that's what they're attracted to. So you don't have to tell anybody to, oh, be the light and blah, 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 blah. You do what you do,
Yeah.
and then they will get inspired if that's what they're into, you know?
Exactly. And not everyone might not be in a soul
Exactly.
revolution. Like
Yeah.
I said, we were going to talk about evolution, but that's about evolving. The
Yeah.
earth is
Yeah.
evolving also. There's never been so much truth and information and facts
Oh,
and reality coming out at you. And if you ignore it, ignorance has a cost too.
yeah, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Because it means that you're gonna have to fix some things that you could avoid totally if you just listen. You know what I'm saying? So to be ignorant in this world is to be prepared for paying the price of being ignorant.
But there's also the other part of, of ignorance where is bliss also. I always come here saying I don't know that I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't, they have fed me a bunch of nonsense. I come here, I know nothing. I want to learn. It's like I've been reborn like a baby and I'm waking the baby slowly. So, really, ignorance has two phases of it. It can either be bliss or it can have a huge cost. Because now the
Yeah,
cost is in the world if you're stuck trapped in the world, or if you're into the side of nature, it will be bliss because then you will find mystery in everything you observe, even
exactly.
yourself. The biggest
Yeah,
mystery is yourself first.
exactly. And back
Yeah.
to what we were telling you about metaphors and how Bob Marley was raised. Therefore, he was wise enough to sing it. Was one more metaphor that I learned from my grandmother. That the first time it took me years to figure this one out, and it's like elaborating on the point that you make. Of
Yeah, yeah, go, go, go. I'm listening. I'm all ears.
yes, so it goes like this: He who knows not that he knows not is a fool. Now it sounds twisted, but what it actually means, if you don't know and you don't know that you don't know, it makes you stupid. Because to the people who actually know, they're gonna know that you don't know because you're gonna say, I know, I know, I know. But you don't know that you don't know until they explain it to you, and you're like, oh shoot, sorry, I thought I knew. So your concept about being ignorant to everything because you want to know is the wise way to live. Because you can't go around like acting like you know everything. Because there gonna be something that you don't know and swear to the heaven that you know. And then
Exactly.
when the real things come out, you're gonna be like, oh shoot, actually I didn't know.
Exactly. And
So
if
when
you
you
look,
don't know that you when you don't know that you don't know, you should be open for people who know to teach. You know?
okay, but that brings the another concept that people have a problem grasping is higher and lower.
Yeah, I'm doing a
Okay, because
podcast. Yeah.
there is higher being in this world and there is lower being. There is some of us that are more higher and divine, reaching a higher state of mind, a higher state of being, more focus on what's natural, being more coherent. Because the problem is, I think we look at lions and all the animals because they're perfectly coherent with who they are. Now, if you get to a human being that is a perfect fractal, we're all perfect fractal from the source. You know, I'm perfect, you're perfect, man. You've been going around for all these years, not plugged in the wall, nothing. That's perfection. But then the coherency with what it is to be a human is not there for most of us. We're trying to reach that coherency, but that is something that people don't really see and grasp the phenomenon, the thing that higher and lower. So they cannot, even if they would see God in front of them, they would probably reject it.
Exactly.
And God in a
Because
physical form is possible to see God also. Like it's
oh
all
yeah.
about intent. I see it within you. It's I have the intent to see it. So I see it. I think we should all go by this kind of thinking to really recognize what's lower and higher also, don't you think?
And that's that solidified the point that we were on right now. You don't know, so in order to know, you need to ask. Because don't assume that you know. Because
Exactly.
that's what it means. He who knows not that he knows not is is a fool. So the best way to be wise is to be open for knowledge. Don't lock yourself off and say, I know it all. There's nobody in the world that knows everything.
Exact. Mr. Know It
So,
All, that's over. Now, Stevie, I would
so
like to take this talk also with the music process a bit. Like, I'm interested in how you produce those dub plates that you make all the time.
to
For
be
me,
honest with
for
you,
others, do you do other stuff also in the meantime for others? I guess so. You're on demand, pretty sure.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. I work with other people on other projects all the time. You know, right now I'm
yeah,
working with a friend like you in Australia, man. It's amazing how technology just bring us together worlds apart, and with just like me and you talking, I can be communicating with somebody in Australia. That's
yeah,
amazing, bro. Like wow.
yeah.
But
Wow,
for me,
wow. Like, big time wow. Yeah,
yeah, that they call that the land down under because of
yeah. But
but
what is it like? your process because you do the mixing and mastering and all that. Like, take me behind the scene a bit of the maybe the last one you did, the TruMon dance, no chance. Like,
To be honest with
where
you,
did you
Truman,
write this? First of all, where did you get the inspiration and where did you write it? Do you have like a notebook with you to go around
no,
and
bro,
write down your thoughts? How do you do it?
bro. It's I'm gonna tell you, and you're not gonna believe because I shouldn't say you're not gonna believe. You're gonna be surprised. That's a better way of wording it. So just like I told you, the frequency that you're on will send you the signal that you want.
Yeah.
Now, if you send me that track, and that's what I could hear going through the air, I didn't write anything. I don't have any notes. I just pick up that, and then that melody was in the ear. I tune into that channel, and then everything just fall into place like that. And I could hear the rhythm. Sometimes we as aspiring musicians and artists, the rhythm tells you what to do. I don't know. For a person who doesn't write, it may like over their head. But people who write, they'll be like, aha, yeah, it's true. Because you can hear a rhythm, and the first thing you hear is what the rhythm is saying. The rhythm is like, oh, yeah, this is what you could do on that. And then for me, my my method of writing is just start doing something. And then I will start it, and then it starts flowing. And then I can do one take all the way through, and it's perfect. And then I can do a take, and then oh yeah, I could say that word better or that word better. So I'm more like a freestyle writer than a pen man. I
Ah,
don't, because the
okay.
thing is, yeah. I'm more. I can take up a microphone and just start flow, and things just start happening. That's
Yeah.
how my method of writing works. Some
Okay.
people they write different. They have to take a pen and.
Yeah.
But me now, by the time I'm starting to think about what to write, the ideas start leaving me. So I have to just be like, no, and then just flow it all the way through, and then
Wow.
fix whatever is imperfect.
Yeah.
While
But it's like the Avocado Man song. I was
oh
like,
yeah, that's how I do it.
oh, I was totally in bliss when I heard this. I'm like, and the worst is, I just gave you an idea. I said, Stevie, I eat avocado and coconut every day in my shake. I would like you to make a song about the cocoa cado man, but I'm glad you went with avocado man because it's the real word. So why make up a word? Like, you use the real word avocado man and you've done it like perfect. But that rhythm I sent you, the rhythm from Dread Squad, was, I think, perfect for that, with the little boop, boop, the little kangaroo song at the back.
yeah. Who are you getting these beat? You have a connection
Yeah,
to.
but that's what I do on a daily basis. I reach out to others to get rhythms. Like, I'm very friendly with the guy at Dread Squad, Marek. His name, I think, Marek or something. Marek, I think.
Where is he based
Uh,
out of?
yeah, I go a bit all over and I ask them, can I use your rhythm for dub plates? It's non-profit. It's just for love of music, to spread good vibes to the world. I'm not, no intention of making zero money with all this. It's just for love. So
Yeah.
most people say yes. I've never got told no, you can't use it. So today I found another one. You're gonna freak when I send you the stuff,
I
man.
wanna hear it. Yeah, man. As soon
Oh,
as I'm done here, I'm gonna go check
so
that out.
the thing is, the idea is that is now you tell me that the rhythm is of utmost importance for your inspiration, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's
great.
very much so. There are things that I can just vibe if that's what you like. If you send me a rhythm and say, "Hey, give me something," I will, I will still figure out how to work. But if it's
But
something
there's
that
an
as I put the
idea.
rhythm on, sometimes as I put the rhythm on, I can hear ideas. And it's not just exclusive to me. Any writer or any other people that you work with, they will confirm that it works like that too. You know,
And
because but everybody have a different way of doing things. But I think most people they will hear a rhythm and be like, "Oh, I like that rhythm," and then it just inspire them to come up with an idea that you know.
I had one idea, and
Much,
I'm sure
much.
you're gonna come up something with this. And sometimes that's what we do. I just send you a little idea, but I had one the other day. The Truman show is gonna come at you like a tornado.
Oh yeah. See,
So I'm
that's
start
how that
so
goes.
or it's gonna be a massive tornado coming at you. The Truman. Oh, anyway, I was starting to write, but then I'm like, when I start to write, I'm exactly like you did. The inspiration goes away. It's like,
Exactly. So
but
what you
so
could
I
do,
that's why I say I leave you with the lyrics. Take care of the lyrics. I'll give you an idea or something to work
that's
with.
good.
Inspiration. Sometimes it's good. We inspire each other. Like I'm sure
Oh
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
head full of inspiration,
No
but
doubt.
it's yeah, yeah.
No
It's
doubt.
very important. And how do you go about that's it, the recording and everything? Do you do that in your home?
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you
yeah.
have like
Right
all
now,
the softwares and the microphone and the mixing and the mastering stuff? And
to be honest with you, I've been recording since the '80s. Like you know what you were talking about with your Walkman and cassette. You know, how I
yeah,
start recording back in the day. I was aspiring musician ever since I was a kid. So one day I was recording, and then I was taping something from one tape to another tape, and then because I was overdubbing with two tape machine, I start talking, and then I hear myself talking over what I was recording. I was like, hold on a minute. You know what I start doing? I start taping from cassette to cassette, and each time I'm dubbing, so I keep dubbing. It,
okay,
it lose quality over times, but then I start to learning to harmonize and stuff like that, and layering stuff from taping from one cassette to the next cassette, and
yeah,
taping it, playing it back, and then I talk over it and sing over it. So I am able to record wherever I'm at. So I used to live at a house that has like a little storage unit on it, and I transformed that into a recording studio. Like a few years ago, the landlord fall on hard times, and he was very lenient about what I do. He didn't care, so I transformed it into a studio. But unfortunately, he ended up have to sell the house, so I don't have a recording studio anymore because I don't have a
okay,
place of my own. So now I do all this recording in my bedroom because I have all the, yeah. So that now limits my ability to record whenever I want. So I have to record at a certain time of the day because I don't want to disturb the family and
okay.
stuff
Yeah,
like
the
that.
timing has to be right. That's it.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
my recording situation is like in my bedroom right now.
No, but
And
it's amazing. It's amazing that you say that because
yeah,
for those who listen to this, just go watch what Stevie has recorded for us, for me, for us, for the world on the Truman Show. I don't want to say for me; it's not about me, but
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
about what he has done for us here as the plate on the Truman Show is amazing. You never think he would do that out of his bedroom,
Oh yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that brings me to do whatever you can, where you are,
Oh
with
yeah, yeah,
what you have,
yeah.
and never be satisfied. That's
Oh yeah.
exactly what it is. And you're a good example of that. We never would think you do that out of your bedroom with very
So
simple stuff.
I have to attribute my resourcefulness from being from Jamaica too, because a lot of the music that we know, bro, was recorded in some of the most
Yeah.
unsuitable environment ever. You know, we have to learn because the poverty creates resilience and resourcefulness. Even Lee Scratch Perry studio, it was a tiny little 12 by 12 box where
Yeah.
everybody was in there.
Yeah. Yeah. King
It's a
Jammy's
tiny
too at
little
the beginning was a little shed.
yeah, and when you listen to the recording today, you think it was like, oh, it's a big production studio.
Yeah.
And when you finally went, you're like, really? You did all of that in this little space? So it's just the mindset and the willingness to get it done no matter what.
And you're such
Is
an example of that because
yeah, and I learned from my elders. My elders, they do things, they do big things in small
yeah,
space.
because
So
what you do is big, but you do
yeah,
it out of your bedroom. It's amazing. I find
yeah,
that
dude.
freaking amazing.
That's how it works. You can't just be like, oh, I don't have a studio, so I can't. No, you record, and that what I get done, and the way how you admire how the sound of it is great is from years of experience of doing it. So
Yeah,
I know what it's supposed to sound
yeah,
like. So even if I don't have the right space, I still know how to create a good sound because I've been doing it for a while. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know when it sounds
yeah,
good
yeah.
enough for public viewing.
Yeah, exact, exact. We're
So
not.
yeah, yeah.
And
So you have to
how do you
just
go about frequencies of recording? Because lately there's a lot of stuff that come out that it would be better to record in 432 than 440 and stuff. Do you put attention onto this, or you just go along with what sounds good? Because I've been trying to like convert some tracks to 432. It
yeah,
sounds a bit different. It's a bit lower pitch, but do you put a lot of importance on that, the pitch and stuff, when you master the song? Because you do the mix and mastering yourself.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I receive
Um,
all the plates already done in MP3. So there's some work done behind this too. How long it takes you to mix and master a song? And do you do that? What, you two eyes closed and let's go
well,
for it?
if I'm doing a multi-track recording where every instrument is separate, it takes a lot more time. But like what we do, it's pretty easy because the track
Okay.
is already done. But I'm speaking about that 442 frequency range.
Yeah.
If I know that you want it that way, I can do it that way because I'm big on that too. Because what
Yeah.
happened
Do
is
it all that way. Do it all that way.
exactly. So
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
that not many people are tuned into that, my friend. The
Yeah,
fact
because
that you said that,
it's a natural
yes,
frequency, and not only natural, but it has to do with the Fibonacci sequence thing.
yes,
Like it,
yeah,
yesterday I did a show with Nicholas and Crystal, and we were talking about that, and Nick was explaining all the stuff around the 432 hertz, how it matches all the rhythms of the earth, your art, your chakras, and all the stuff, man. That it's such a natural frequency. And yesterday I did it, and it's a bit lower tempo, lower pitch. It sounds better.
yeah.
I don't know if it's me.
Because the thing is, it vibrates with your heart frequency. So
Yeah,
that's why you can feel it more. It's like the natural way music was supposed to play. I heard that there was some conspiracy behind that, even
yeah,
though everybody want to throw conspiracy under the bus as if it's poppycock. But there are things that the elite know that we don't know, and they
exactly.
say, and then they. I heard that the reason for that is when you listen music in 440, it's all about party and having fun. There's no emotion in that because I
Exactly.
heard that when you tighten the string of a guitar, it's a higher pitch, so it's more like, oh, like if
Yeah.
something is loose, it's more relaxed, and if it's tight, it's like uptight. So they want you to move fast and go fast. So that's why they were um, very much aware of that. That's why they try to make every music in that uptight tuning. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
like that you bring the word aware in there because that's all it is, awareness of the 432. It's not because conspiracy or this and that.
no,
It's like all the rest, you are not aware. That's all.
exactly. Yeah,
So being aware that there's a better frequency to listen to music, why not do it?
yeah.
Like
And it
all
just
together, everyone. But
Yeah.
I get it.
And it's just like you notice how different it is
Yeah,
when
it is different.
when you exactly. It
Yeah,
relax more. That's
yeah.
why it feel lower, because it's not it's like it's just like you have on like some clothes that's tightly fit, and then
Yeah.
you undo your zip and it's like, oh, phew, that was
Whew,
choking me
can
just
breathe.
now. Exactly. Now I can breathe. So
Now,
that's the
yeah.
yeah.
You're in California, okay? Me, I'm big on the West Coast reggae vibe. I find it such a like band like Stick Figure and K
Yeah.
Bong and all these guys, the slightly stupid, name it,
Yeah.
resonated. I can name them all. The band, I probably listen to them all. How uh, how are you attached to that vibe of West Coast reggae because you're there? And your band is Irie Rockers, so you're about rock reggae, roots rock reggae
Oh yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
lot. So how do you did you ever go and collaborate with these bands? Do you have like contact with them, or are you doing do you do like openers for Stick Figure? I would say you do the opening for Stick Figure, man. That would be so awesome.
Unfortunately, my friend, that's the one thing that business does, is compartmentalize people, because they're doing business. They're not doing music.
Okay.
Cause what happened is, if they're going on a tour, it's a package.
Yeah.
So we are not able to collaborate because of their management and how they think about music. So they are gonna come with their openers and their everything. And the fact that you are not associated with them, you won't get to sit around the table that they sat.
I
Now
get
I
it.
reach out to them all the time, but even if you know the members of the band, they are not allowed to collaborate with you. They're gonna refer you to their managers, and their managers are business people. So they're gonna be like, "Oh, so you got an EPK? All right, okay. So what's your number? Do you have a draw?" That's how they talk to me when I
Yeah.
reach out to them.
And
What's your draw? How many people can you make come out if you put your name on a flyer? And they're like, "No, it's all about the music." Oh well, yeah, bro, yeah, it's all about the music, but we have to make money, bro. It doesn't work like that. So what they do, they watch your social media, see how many people following you, and if your number is low, they don't reach out to you. They don't.
that's it.
So the only time those people will collaborate with you is if they go on your social media and see you put on a concert and 500 people turn up consistently. They're gonna reach out to you, "Oh wow, man, wow, we see it." Then they are so business minded that they have this concept called 360-degree business deal. That's what they want to lock you into. They want to take over your business. Then all you do is show up when they say you should show up. And they're selling your merch, they're doing all these things, and they put you on a salary.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to question and ask anything. You know? How much do you think you're worth per show? Oh yeah, I think I worth $3,000. Oh, I don't think you're worth so much. I'll give you $2,500. You, as a small person who is happy to be in their circle, is gonna take that and think it's a good deal. Next thing you know, they're selling your merchandise, they're taking your pictures, they're doing all these things, making all this money and just giving you $2,500
That's it.
while you're making $5,000-6,000 a show. And then you can't know because you're not allowed to contact anybody that you work with.
But
So
do you
so
find you get more reward doing your thing on your own in vibration and frequency and stuff? People attaching to you,
yeah, 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 yeah.
people being real. Like I see you doing your stuff sometime, and in bars. I saw a video of you, man. You're so energetic on stage. It's impossible that people don't catch that vibe. Like
They will catch
you are a
they
freaking bomb on stage.
and that's where we go back to the concept of we are not gaining the traction the way we want to, but we're like a seed that just germinated now, pushing up above the ground. And people are like, oh, look at that little thing. Okay. It looks like it's gonna be a beautiful flower, but we'll just keep looking at it until it start blooming. So the way how we are doing it is very slow, but it will give us a loyal and genuine legions of fans instead of trying to just go out there
And
and
be
try
like
to
you. That's
piggyback
it.
off other people's fan. Because, for example, if we go and play in front of slightly stupid audience, that's not our audience. We may gain a couple of their fan, but it will give you the illusion that you are greater than what you are because you play in front of a great. But if you go out and initiate your fan one and two at a time, it's. I'm not telling you that it's nice, because sometimes you go out and you play and it's just 20 people and you feel like, oh my god. But the 20 people that came are 20 people who genuinely want to see you, not five people out of 1,000 people that
That's what I was saying.
exactly. Oh, you see, oh, I'm playing it for the 5,000 people. But if I put my name on the board, how many people out of that 5,000 people is gonna come? Maybe 10,
Like,
because they came to see Slightly Stupid. They never came to see you. So you're still
so,
exposed to a big
okay.
amount of people, but it might not be your audience. It's just people who come to see those people and you happen to be there. And you're, oh, yeah, I like your show. But Slightly Stupid was great, though.
But it's good that you say that because honestly, as us in the crowd, we don't really think, oh, what's the feeling of the guy on stage? Does he really feel the vibe from the like we think often that yes, he's on stage, he's good, he's doing good, gets good vibe from it. But like you say, often you feel out of place most of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
time.
Yeah. And it's that instant gratification that we were talking
Yeah,
about. Would you prefer an instant gratification that not healing you the reward that
yeah.
you so desire, or you would rather to gradually grow and have a delayed gratification that is gonna heal more fruit in the end? That's that's the teeter totter game you play. Yes, I would love to go out and play in front of masses of people, but is the masses of people gonna follow you when you actually be out there on your own? So I would rather to go out there and build my crowd one fan at a time, so that when I know that when 500 people show up, those 500 people sincerely show up just to see us play, as opposed to 500 people go show up to see another person play and you happen to be there. You know, it's
And look at me. I'm a fan of your music in the first place. Now, I might be
exactly.
helping you produce the music and stuff and get it out there. But man, I freaking love what you do. So I'm a fan in the first place. So look, when you get to the and I told you the first time I noticed you were in the last interview we were talking together. I was rewatching it the other day. That's why I commented on, bro, we should do this again. I just
Yeah,
rewatched it. We had so much fun. And
yeah, man.
like I'm having fun doing this, obviously. No, it's not a stress for me.
Yeah,
But also the thing of the seed you were talking, it's important also to realize that we have been planted, not buried. You know, sometimes people think they are seed, yeah, but maybe buried, not planted. So if you're planted, you're gonna grow.
it's
If you're
gonna grow, man.
buried, you might not grow out of the ground. If you take a, like, for example, a pepper seed, a bell pepper seed, it's very tiny, very slim. So
Yeah,
you have to plant it, but very close to the
to the
surface.
surface.
If you
Yeah,
bury it, it will never come out.
it's true.
So don't be thinking you are buried. You've just been planted.
Exactly. And the power of us networking is great,
Oh,
You don't know how much I appreciate the network, because what happened is us like-minded people spread out all across the world is a benefit, because you are exposing what we do to our audience that we wouldn't get to because we're not in your region of the world.
yeah.
So, so like even your friends that you're getting rhythm from, you should tell them, hey, Stevie is willing to sing over
Oh
your
yeah, I
beat.
tell them all
You
the
know?
time. I
Yeah.
have
So
so much project en route. You won't believe it. You're gonna come to Montreal one day
that's
too.
what I'm saying. And just tell them, hey, you should give Stevie the beat and let him give you a song on the beat or something like that. Because
Oh
that's what
yeah,
we need. Like-minded people need to network, because that's the way we are gonna get the message that we want to see. Like Gandhi said, if you want to see the change, you have to be the change. You
yeah,
can't just expect the change to happen by just being isolated from what it takes to make the change happen. You
yeah.
have to like involve yourself and
Yeah.
be that thing. Find people who is doing the same thing, collaborate with them, and you know, get
I,
them to see your point of view, and you know. So that's what we're gonna do, man.
and I like what you say about network because people are often under the impression. Me, I am freaking rich. Why? My net worth. I'm rich because of the net work.
Exactly.
That's your net worth. It's not your bank
Exactly.
account. That
Yeah.
means freaking nothing. Like you need a. There's two kind of money: enough and not enough.
Exactly.
Do you have enough? Yeah, do something. Don't
Yeah.
try to get a whole bunch of money in life. You're gonna waste. You're gonna pile on the freaking stress. That's all you're gonna do. So
Yes. And
have a good net worth, but it's your
yes.
network. That's why I'm rich. Look with who I network all over this world. I TruMon International. You say it all the time. I was
Yes,
listening to
sir.
two songs today. The beat to make you rock is so amazing.
Oh man.
TruMon International. You're in tune to the main event. The beatmaker from Jamaica, Stevie culture. Like I'm every time I fucking hear it, then I'm like blown away. Like I love
Yeah,
the play. I
bro.
listen to them all the time too. Like
Yeah.
I listen to that stuff all the time. It's the energy. It's the build up that you do over time too. We give strength to each other. I came to strength you, but you gave me an enormous of love and strength and
Right.
on a level that is not we don't see each other really. I've never seen you physically,
Yeah,
but
you see?
but
And
when I see you, I'll probably break all the freaking bones in your body. Be careful, because I'm gonna give you such a freaking massive hug, bro. Probably gonna break some bones.
oh, I didn't mean to hurt you, bro, but I was
I
so
didn't
excited.
mean to hurt you. No,
Man.
that's it. No, so I think it's very
One thing
important. That's it
I
to
want
keep. Huh?
I want to convey on this platform is good over evil is really
Yeah,
misunderstood by the world. Reason why I said that is people think that good is going to conquer evil by just being good. But we miss the part where the evil people that we consider evil invest in their evil. If you notice, all the people that we are thinking that promoting all this bullshit, they invest millions of dollars
oh yeah,
in the things that they promote. Now, we as people who think of good, we think that just doing the thing is going to make it successful. No, you have to invest in it. We have to find people with the financial backings to invest in the thing that we want to promote.
yeah,
The people who always want to do good are the people who don't have anything to invest because we coming from a good heart and a good place and think that that will make it work. No, there is no way nobody is going to play your music because you got a good heart over a person who's giving them thousands of dollars. So the hardest thing is to find the people with the financial backings to invest in good roots reggae, because the dancehall business is sellable, because it was invested so heavily in that
Yeah.
everybody feel like that's the best way to invest their money. You understand? They're like, oh my gosh, if I want to do something, I'm gonna have to do a dancehall, because look how successful it is. But if the people who is doing righteousness and believe in righteousness invest as much as they do, but yeah, you know why evil people invest in evil? Is because they know that nobody will just naturally buy it. So they have to force it on you. They have to dump a lot of money and promote it and put it on TV and pay millions of dollars to make their video be the one that show. Because they know that people are not gonna just naturally buy it. So they force it on you so much
Yeah.
that you think it's the best thing because that's the only thing you see. But if people start investing in righteousness and put it on MTV and put it on the radio and put it where it needs to go, and don't think that, oh yeah, one day somebody's gonna discover that this is the right thing. No, you have to put the energy behind your belief. You can't just believe that the belief is gonna find its way. You have to push it. You understand? Because people don't know it exists if you don't put it in front of them. How are you gonna know? So everybody is willing to talk about how rap music is just slack and dirty, and all they talk about is girls and shooting other people and selling drugs and shit. Because the people who is doing righteousness not pushing it on people like they do.
Exactly.
They invest. They spend $250,000 on a video and pay another $250,000 to the TV station and the radio station to play it.
To play
So
it.
you are hearing it every day, and even
Yeah.
if it started out not sounding good, after a while they drill it so much in your head that you
Yeah.
start singing it
That you
like,
think it's good. But that comes as within, so without. Eh? That's why I say all the time, as above, so below, as within, so without. If you think, often people think that they are good, think that they are doing good, but in reality, they're not really good people. If you look at the
no,
deepness inside of them and the dark and the stuff that they hold on to in life and stuff, you realize they're not that good. So in the outside, what happened is they listen to bad music, watch the news, stuff like that, and they think that's reality, and then they just propagate that vibe
exactly.
permanently towards the world. Where us, we have decided, okay, that's enough. Now we're gonna side on the side of love and light, and that's what we're gonna propagate. Well, that's what we're gonna push forward, like you said. It's
Yeah,
very important for me. It's all love, né? So push, 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 push. Uh,
yeah.
not down their throat, but in their face.
No, no,
Like
no,
you're gonna
like,
hear
no,
my
no,
name,
no, no.
you're gonna see me, you're gonna hear my name and my voice. Definitely, I'm not gonna be a leaf in the wind, right?
That's what I'm saying. So we have to find a way to get the message to the people.
Yeah,
We can't keep it for ourselves and our friends and people around us. And so the only way you can do that is to find where people are doing things and influence them to do it. And they don't take nothing but the almighty dollars. That's
exactly.
all they receive. So,
Now
for
I want to hear you, Stevie. Yeah.
in order for
Before, exactly.
righteousness to be in front of the people, we don't have the money. But if somebody who believe in it and think that that's what it's supposed to be and have the backings, because that look at Bob Marley. Bob Marley didn't make it because his music was righteous. He make it because Chris Blackwell was rich and pay people to play his music
Yes.
and put him out there in front of people and market it and
Yeah.
spend the money and find all the people who, if like, oh, you are the guy who do graphics, yeah, I want graphics for this album. How much do you want to do it? He paid him to do it. They didn't do it for
Yeah.
free because Bob Marley music was good. He paid them. He paid the radio station. He paid Mick Jagger to put Bob Marley on a tour as an opener. They didn't do it for free.
Yeah.
You understand? So that is the concept that we get wrong. Like, oh yeah, it's good over evil, and one day good is going to conquer evil. No. You have to invest in good for good to be conquering evil. Because people is gonna that's how good is gonna conquer evil. If they're on the same playing field, people are gonna see it. But if evil is up here and good is down here, and everybody like, oh yeah, one day it's gonna get to the top. It's never gonna get to the top.
And for me,
Mitch Blackwell,
it's
Mitch
investing in
Blackwell got the
people.
concept right. He's like, okay, this guy is poetic. And everybody was singing about love and pour
Yeah.
some sugar on me and all these things. And Chris Blackwell said, no, Bob Marley business is bigger than this. And he put him amongst them. And guess what happened? People start buying it. People like, oh, wow. You know how long we've been waiting to hear something that makes sense?
Yeah,
Bob Marley went down in the history book as the album of the century, the song of the century, and the artist of the century. Look how many big artists was in the world. Time magazine
yeah,
had Bob Marley as the artist of the century. Legend is the album of the century, and One Love is the song of the century.
exactly.
Oh, over the Beatles, over Elvis Presley, all these people sing about this love and harmony. And Bob Marley, I say, man, check out the real situation, nation fighting. Where did it all begin and when did it end? It seems like only totally people want to hear things like that, like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's making sense.
It's making sense now. And what I like that you said it's about investment, but also like that's what you do. You see good in me, you invest in me. What you do is
Exactly.
you invest in me. I see good in you, I invest in you, and I invest energy and good vibration. Like that's the investment. It's in. It says investment. So it's in.
Yes.
So it's gotta reach the inside also. It's not invest your money so much into all these venues and stuff, but invest in people.
Yes.
People that are good, doing good deserve investment, deserve your attention
Reward
because
for yeah, for
yeah.
being good.
Yeah, and I
And
see
that
that in you definitely. Me and you were together for life, definitely.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna be doing
We
stuff.
found each other. We will never leave each other. No, that's clear to
Yeah,
me. No.
yeah.
But we
So
were
yeah,
meant
we
to
just have
find
to
each other also. It was meant to happen. Like all this, I think, is orchestrated by some higher power
divine
also.
power. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that. I love
Fuck,
that.
it's beyond
I,
me and you. Man.
yeah, I believe it, man. I believe it wholeheartedly. Like, people of like mind should unite, network, put our resources together, and
Yeah,
try hard. Don't sit and complain about the idiots and what they're doing. Figure out what they do, find out where they're getting in, and infiltrate that. Because if that's where the word is going out, you can't want to listen to rock music and tune into a reggae station. You're not gonna hear any rock music over there.
no, no.
So you have to go where the radio is playing that music and get the music in there.
Yeah, that's why I
You
got
understand?
onto. I went. I'm now DJing on Chawa Radio in UK and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like to do that to bring me. I'm pushing the reggae vibe big time. That's what woke me up, brought me out. So definitely, I will keep doing this. I will keep having fun, Stevie. I could keep you here for like 2 more hours, but I don't want to hold you for too long. We've. Are you there? Are you frozen? You hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, you were just a bit frozen. I don't want to keep you here
Yeah.
for like 3 hours. We
No, no,
could
no,
talk,
you're
talk,
good.
talk, me and you all day, but I want to
Yeah.
let you do your thing also. I know you're all right, busy man, always thinking of a new song, new stuff to do.
Yes, sir.
So you
That's the
have a
truth.
so you have a day job also. You don't just do music. You have a day job, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. Or I should say fortunately, because a lot of people are looking for stuff to do,
Yeah.
and I am lucky to have something to do in the meantime. And the thing is with me, I'm very active because doing music, you just sit in a studio all day. So
Yeah. Also,
I like
it's
to, yeah, I like to move and
yeah.
be active. So having a regular day, my day job is gardening, man, because I like to do physical stuff. move my hands and my body and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's about
get my
moving.
energy going. And I'm blessed to be in California too because, like you said, where you are is very cold, so I don't
Oh,
see any gardening happening right now.
you don't want to be here now.
So
No,
yeah,
no. So
so yeah,
anyway, uh,
yeah.
that was it, Stevie. I think we went pretty deep today again today together, and it's all about diving deep. Always, you don't want to stay in shallow waters.
No, 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 no,
Dive
no, no.
deep within yourself. That's why I always say dive deep. I dive deep within me. Try to bring the best out of me and the best out of others, and that's what I focus on the best. That's why I always say all the best, bro, all the best, because it's
Yes,
that's what
sir.
it's all about. But
Love that.
I had all
All the
kinds of
best.
stuff
That's
on my stuff on my list on my page. I had notes like crazy to
yeah,
talk to you about it. But I think we've touched a lot of topics that I wanted to get into, and especially the process of the dub plate. I was curious how you were recording that to bring out so much greatness like this, and also like you just go on a day. Okay, it's time today. TruMon the plate. Like let's go, let's get
yeah,
it on. And the energy and the emotion is you convey in there that you transmit is felt 100%. That's what I want to tell you also. Look, we do stuff together, but it's important we talk to each other also and we vibe with each other. Feeling the vibe of someone, like when you deal with producers and stuff, is it important for you to like feel them too? Like you just
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do things with others just to say you do things. Like I'm
Yeah.
guessing it's important for you to have some kind of
Oh yeah.
connection.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always important to have connection because
That's
you have to understand that when you do music, you don't do it for yourself. You do music for the world,
yeah,
you know, for people to full joy. So you have to think about the people that you're doing it for. You know, you have to do it so they can enjoy it, full joy it and love it and, be inspired by it or, get motivated. Music do so much to people, bro. It can trigger your emotions and make you feel. It can make you cry. It can make you laugh. It can make you depending on the kind of music that you listen to. So
and that's why
that's why,
I
yeah,
understand. That's why.
yeah,
Sorry to. I understand sometimes why you don't like talk to me all the time or reach out to me by phone or this. You talk to me in songs. Like
it's
I
true.
hear you
Yeah,
in the song. So,
yes,
and
sir.
that's the most powerful way to get it. It's through music, and music has so much power. I think to
Oh
reach out
man,
to others because, like we said, they won't listen probably to that, but they'll listen to your music. Trust me, the music they will listen to. That's the first thing people really pay attention in this world. It's music. It's
yes,
true. Like music
yeah.
is divine. It's divine. It's been sent by divine forces or something to
Oh
illuminate
yes,
this
man.
world, and
No
it's doing
doubt.
a great job on many levels, definitely. And we can talk about Holy Merce or anybody, any artist out there. I don't think their goal is really to not bring love. Everyone that gets on stage, first of all, you have to get rid of the fear. So fear is
Yes,
not light, is not love, right? When you go
true.
on stage, you're not in fear.
No, 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 no. You can't,
You
because
can't.
people are afraid that there's not many people who want to go on stage.
Yeah.
So they come out because they admire you being that brave
Yes.
to be vulnerable. So
Yes.
if you go out there and show, oh, dude, I can do that. I don't need to leave my house to see somebody being insecure and scared. I need to see somebody that uplift me and inspire me that it's okay to go out there and be vulnerable. And so that's what
And
people want to see. Yeah.
exact. No, we connect on that's why we by say look up, look down. You shouldn't look up, shouldn't look down. You should look straight forward. Like I don't really look up to anyone. Like I'm just doing my thing. I don't look down either, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna look you straight in the eye. Like
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's the best way to approach anybody. Also, and that's why I'm capable to do all that stuff with artists I've never met. I just reach out one day and hey, bro, I'm a freak about reggae music. I just want to push the vibe. And then you're like, hey, who's that guy? Then you start to do things. And that's how we have developed our relationship here. I brought you here once on YouTube. And then after the magic started to happen, you started to vibe and stuff. And I want to do good. So the good will come. And look, exactly
Yes,
that got to
it's
me. Your
coming.
song, Do Good and Good.
Yeah,
You don't know at what level it got me. I'm telling you. No?
yeah,
Because I was a big fan of Perfect Ismani, and then I saw you with him and Jason. I'm like, that's it. Who's that guy? So you
yeah.
see, just to have done that collaboration with him, everything
See?
went event after
Mhm.
event after, and boom, now you get to TruMon. So
Network, bro. Network.
networking is the most beautiful thing you can do. It's really your network. So that's how we're gonna leave this, Stevie.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
good network, good network. We're gonna keep networking, and I give thanks a lot for you taking time, an hour and 40 minutes
Oh,
of your time to
oh
come
yeah.
here with me.
Yes,
I'm
man.
definitely the most grateful person today here on the Truman Show. Definitely, like you, also, I'm sure you're very grateful for every
Oh
moment
yeah,
of
yeah,
your
yeah.
life.
Everything. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Everything that comes our way, even the bad stuff, I'm grateful for it because it made me who I am. So
Yes,
even the
sir.
darkness, I'm grateful for it. So
Yeah, you
be
need the
grateful for
darkness, man.
everything. You're alive. Gratefulness. That's it.
Yes,
That's it.
sir.
Be grateful. So Stevie, we're gonna keep making a music definitely.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
said, I'm gonna send you. I'm working on putting those rhythm cutting and splicing because they're all in 1 2 hour track. So I
Yeah, yeah,
gotta
yeah.
do a bit of work with it. But I'm gonna send you that, and it's like a blues touch to the reggae. It's wonderful.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
really gonna like it. So I'm sure you're gonna vibe big time with that. Like I say all the time, you do that on your timing when you feel you're in your element. I think it's like that. Also, artists, you gotta be not that you're not in the mood all the time, but sometimes there's external stuff happening.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I
that's it.
get to
We know
it,
that.
and as soon as I get a moment, it's gone. It's happening.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Yeah. So.
happening. That's what I like about you. It's happening.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's
Just
it.
keep
So
it
stay
moving,
on.
man.
Yeah, stay on a little bit. I'll tell you 2 3 words before you leave. But I'm gonna close this broadcast right now, and we're out of the tube, and we will be
Peace.
certainly back forward again because we're on the forward trot. We're not back. We're gonna be forward again.
Yes,
Omar
sir.
is on the forward trot. This one is so hot. Oh my god! And the numbers are exploding on SoundCloud too. It did this forward trot song reached like 3,000 plays since I posted it.
What?
The numbers are exploding. I don't know if you look at them. I do
I should.
sometimes,
I never
but
look at it, but wow.
the vibe is there, my friend. And I
Yes,
publish
man.
on all platforms, also YouTube and that. So your vibe is going around big time, and I'm
That's
first
what we're
one in line
talking
to
about,
promote it,
man.
definitely. But yeah,
Just
the
putting in the
numbers are great.
efforts.
And for me, a 3,000 play on a reggae song from just me. I'm not the most big producer in the world. I'm
Yeah.
TruMon from Quebec doing his thing. So I'm very humble into this journey. But
Yeah,
that,
man.
what you say in one of your songs too, we're not going to brag and show off. We're just humble.
Yeah.
Anyway, I connect on so many
Man.
levels with you that it's crazy. It's super soul level. So we're gonna end this broadcast there, and you will see Stevie again on the Truman Show.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
man. Every time.
next year or something. We do it again, and yeah. Just keep the
Blessed love
vibe
to man.
alive. The vibe is always alive, but just to sustain it. Yeah.
Cause none of them no stand no chance. You know this a human dance. None of them no stand no chance, no. You know this a human dance. Big up human.
Boom. We're out.
Blah, blah, blah.